everything, and they're ergonomic handles, so they're a lot easier to use.
They actually are. You can see here, I'm pressing it down with one finger. That's called leverage, and that means if you have arthritis or you have hands that don't work as well as they used to, this is the nail cutter for you. It comes with a large one and a small one and a little magnifying glass. So if you're using it on your fingers and toes and your eyesight isn't as good as it used to be, no more of those cutting too low.
Ooh, that's
that painful, you know, that's so painful when you cut a nail too low. Oh, you can't do that.
It's very bad.
Exactly. And what's great about these two is that the head swivels. So it doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed. There's no twisting and turning involved to get to the nail angle that you want. Look how perfectly it cuts straight across, gives you a beautiful cut each time. And you can see here, he's using the swivel head to get to all edges of his nails. And that really makes a huge difference. You know, back in the day when you would buy your nail clippers at the pharmacy, and still today, and there's even a little file in there so that if you do get a hangnail during the day or whatever, you can pull it out and use it quickly and easily. But what I was saying was when you go to the pharmacy, you get something that's really little that may not fit in your fingers, your hands the right way. And look how thin that is. Look at the difference in the handle.
And this also, just because of the handle, I always do this. My fingers slip off of it. I do this.
And you have a greater chance of cutting yourself when that happens. And I brought some wood with me because I just know, Kerstin, that your toenails are as hard as wood.
You know whose are, though? My husband, because he refuses. It takes him so long to actually cut his toenails, and then he's slicing me in bed. It's a bad story.
Right, but it's so simple and easy to do. Literally, you're just going to angle it to whatever angle you want it to be at. Hopefully, your nails aren't as hard as a piece of wood, but if they are, this is going to make quick work of getting the nail done, cut at a nice sleek angle. You can see right there. And in the front, I'm going to bring this down so that you can see, it's actually curved. So if you're cutting a fingernail, for example, and you want to get a nice curve on it, I have a nail right here. You slip your nail in, push down, and look at the edge that you get. A beautiful curved edge each and every time. It couldn't be simpler. It couldn't be easier.
I also want to show you, we got color. I totally forgot to mention that. And they did sell out last time. We're calling them pink and we're calling them black.
Right.
However, the pink is kind of more like a rosy red. Right. So you have those two choices. And then I'll show you once again when we come back here in a second, the box, because it comes gift box, which is a great little gift too for somebody. More than 200 of these now picked up. Comes with the magnifier as well. It just makes something that is so simple and such a part of our integral day-to-day life easier. As we aged, if we're rehabbing from something, if we have a broken arm, if whatever it might be, as our eyesight starts to go, these are little things that you can't do anymore or that are harder for you that start to really eat away at you because they're something that you've always been able to do. Well, you know what? You don't need to stop. We give you the tools. It's ergonomically correct. It has the extra handle part there. It's got the magnifying glass. Now you can, once again, take your own care in your own hands.
You're very true, and that magnifying glass is really huge when you talk about eyesight getting worse as you get older. I'm in my 40s, I'm almost 50, and I'm pretty much legally blind without my contact lenses. But let me tell you, when you're talking about 3 times magnification, that's all you need to help you cut your toenail, cut your fingernail at the right angle so that you're not actually hurting yourself. The worst thing you want to do is cut yourself when you're trying to do your grooming. So this is a very delicate area, and you can see right there, there is the magnification, the 3 times magnification that you can put right over the top and be able to cut your nails safely and cleanly.
Let me show you again the boxes. I think it's just a pretty
They
presentation.
are cute, aren't they?
What do they always say? You know, half of it when you're at the restaurant is presentation. It's a pretty little presentation. Comes with a little bag, travel bag too, so you can take it with you. Great for an executive, maybe somebody who travels all the time to leave in their ditty bag or whatever it might be. Pink is going fast, but it's more like a red, like a rosy color. And there's also the black, so maybe it's a man or a woman, but it goes for both people. Did sell out last time. Those colors did. They were presented on the air. And now more than 500 of these have been picked up. Why don't you give them a try? You've got a 30-day love it or return it guarantee. So just see if it works for you. I haven't had any personal experience with accidentally cutting myself or doing that type of thing, but I remember when my babies were small and the fear, if you cut the wick one time, or with your pets, if you cut that one time, you are so afraid
They'll never
of clippers.
trust you, and they won't ever trust you again to do it.
And as you age, the same thing starts to happen. If you can't can't see it right, you're going to cut too, and that's, if you cut too low, it doesn't heal for forever.
I know, and you just don't want that kind of, when you're grooming yourself, you want it to be easy,
Quick.
peasy, and quick, and that's what this is. Because you're getting that arc curve, that 3D curve in it, it's great for fingernails, and it cuts quick and easy even on thickness, which I was showing you on wood. So some people's toenails are rather thick, so it's easier to cut through your toenails when you're using something that has the leverage, the type of handle that you need, no matter what your age is.
Well, it's true. There are different conditions that happen with toenails, different medical things that happen where they do get super, super, super thick. So when she's showing cutting through wood, don't laugh that off. There are actually some issues out there. A lot of men have it if they're not grooming their toenails as often as they should be. So if you go and you try to take a regular pair of clippers to those types of toenails, especially that big toe, it's not necessarily going to work.
Exactly. So you've got the leverage, you've got the cutting power. You really can't go wrong if you are someone who likes to groom yourself. I mean, I don't know many guys that will go and get a pedicure to get their toenails done. So if your husband is doing his own toenails at home like my husband does, this is a great idea for him. If there's a woman in your life who doesn't have time to go to the salon to get her nails done, this is a great gift for her as well. And you can see all the pieces of wood that I've cut off here. Simple, easy. The thickness is fantastic because it can get through the wood each and every time.
Getting really busy. More than 900 sets of these gone. As I mentioned before, they sold out the last day they were on the air. They come boxed like this, so it's a great little giftable, obviously to give to somebody that you're probably a little more intimate with. The black, or there's also the pink. We're calling it the pink. It's more like a red. It comes with the magnification and 2 clippers, one small, one big. So when you do the math there, it's less than $13 each, and that's about what you pay for a subpar pair at the drugstore.
Exactly, and you're getting 2 sets here, one big one and one small one. So if you have very small nails, you can use the smaller one, for example. If you have big nails, you can use the bigger one, and I'll show you what the smaller one looks like.
And I love that magnifying glass.
Yeah, and it actually, there's a magnet right here on top, so it sticks right to it. So you can take it from the large to the small.
But you could even use that for different things if you wanted to.
Absolutely. I mean, if you were reading a prescription bottle or something like that, it would work perfectly. Or tweezing.
Yeah.
Exactly, a great idea.
Stay on the line for that one because we are very, very busy. We're approaching now closer to 1,100 of these picked up. V32805 is a set of 2 nail clippers with the rotating head, ergonomic handles, comes with the gift box. Much better solution than these.
Those, absolutely.
They slip out of your hands. They don't work for all nails because they don't have the power here that these 2 have. And as I mentioned, as we are rehabbing or we're aging, if you lose the ability because of arthritis, because of eyesight, to be able to do a simple task like grooming yourself, let's get that back. And it's simple to do at $24.86 for a set of 2. Lori's not going anywhere. She's going to come back and we're going to test my blood pressure. This is by Citizen. It's a name you know and trust.